All right, buddy, you're live.
What's going on, Chief?
Well, got a few questions for you. Let's
Okay.
start with the most basic. Let me get a little. Why don't you state your name and your position with the company?
My name is Sal Palumbo. I'm the founder of Michigan Animal Control.
All right.
I founded it with my wife some years back. I've always been working with animals my entire life, but after doing 10, 12 years of nuisance control, wildlife control on a big farm, I just decided I was going to open up my own company, and I've been doing it ever since.
Nice. So do you work with anyone on a regular basis? You have a team that you use, or?
Yeah, I have 9 people that actually help out from time to time, but on an almost daily basis, I have Devin, the guy holding the camera.
Hello.
He's my backup. He's my right-hand man. And so, for the most part, Devin helps me out. I got a guy, another backup, Marky, that helps me out, Big Mark, the foreman.
Droopy.
He's got a
Foreman,
million nicknames,
yeah.
but,
Man of a million.
man of a million nicknames and twice as many talents.
Jokes.
Jokes. But yeah, that's about it. We have a bunch of people that help out, family, of course.
All right.
But that's pretty much it. The core is me and Devin, me and the D-Man.
That's right. On the road again.
This is our office.
This is skipping ahead to your office space. Here we are.
Yeah, you're in the office space.
Exactly.
A 2006 Ram, Dodge Ram. I wish I had Sam Elliott to say it for me, but
Clearly Sam Elliott.
clearly Sam Elliott saying it for me. It's Dodge Ram with an animal control topper on the back. Today we're pulling a trailer.
All right. So in brief, kind of give us an overview of Michigan Animal Control. What do we do here?
What do we do here? Well, officially it's nuisance wildlife control. Somebody gets a raccoon in their house, a snake, a possum, something crawls in their house and dies, something goes into their yard and dies, something either breeds, lives, and dies under their deck, up in their attic,
Very uplifting.
in their crawl space, in their backyard, in the middle of their garden, in their schools, in their churches, at the zoo, in the factory. Line workers have the feathers, the million feathers of a single unfortunate bird come out of a fan and sprinkle all over them.
Oh my
Who do
God.
they call to pick up the pieces?
Not Ghostbusters.
Michigan Animal Control.
Michigan Animal Control. Thank you. I was kind of wondering that same question, what we do here. Thanks for clarifying. So as far as the process for getting these animals out, we take the calls and just kind of respond from there. But there's a little more than that
Yeah,
that we actually do.
Usually with a phone call, we'll go over there and do a service call to their house. Tell them all the wildlife that's using their property, how the animals are using it, what they're using it for. To you, your house is your house. An animal doesn't understand real estate law. It understands this is a nice tight space, this is warm, this is cold, this is what I need right now, this is a food source, it smells good, it looks good, it feels good. And so that's what they go for. And we identify that for the customer. Show them all the ways that wildlife is using their home, they're building their property, and then show them ways to either block that from happening or to deter that from happening, or if they wish, encourage wildlife to come into their yard if they want to know what kind of plants and things to do.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, the sad note is, as people are moving further and further out into nature itself, the nature that they did not anticipate is still coming to visit them. And so, as a result, we occasionally in the spring have to fish a deer out of a backyard pond, or we have to deal with, like we did last year, a weasel that's eating thousands of dollars worth of prized koi fish. And so we'll have the bones to pick up with that and the animal to deal with.
It's insane.
It's insanity.
It
Every
is.
day is something new, something crazier. And I've never had a day where I've said, oh, that's insane, too insane for me. We just kind of play along with it. It's just fun craziness.
Yeah.
So we go for it.
It's a challenge, but it's what makes the job interesting. It really does. So, so you kind of explained a little bit, but kind of go into a little more detail about how long you've been doing this, and what makes it unique.
What makes it unique? I don't know. We just have a lot of fun doing this job, and maybe everybody who enjoys what they do for a living has the same or similar experience. It's just a fulfilling thing to go into somebody's house, solve their problem, help them find their way back to normal. Because what you're doing when you have, a possum that's crawled up your wall and died, when you're calling somebody like us, you're really just buying your way back to normal. You're trying to get a sense of sanity, a sense of, why is my territory wrong? I need to make it right again, and this is how we do it. And so that's what we do, is we restore order to otherwise chaos, and in some cases, emergency chaos, which is chaos plus one.
That's great.
On a side note.
Oh, go ahead.
On a side note,
go for it.
I have a policy in this business that when you're working with me, and I have quite a few people who do work with me, like I say,
and quite a few policies.
Dictator. When we have ride-along dictatorship, when we have ride-alongs, whenever you're with me, we eat wherever the riders want to eat. We do, any side time we have, we do whatever you want to do. For the most part, Devin and I do a lot of disc golf, which is growing in popularity across the U.S., and I'll tell you, the two of us get to go all over the state of Michigan, so we get to check out every course in the state that we find.
Yeah, take that, corporate.
Yeah. No, really, we just have a riot doing it. So this has become our little side passion.
It's awesome.
And to calm down from the chaos of extracting a screaming raccoon out of an attic, we just throw a disc in the woods at high speed.
No kidding.
We re-landscape the woods. If you ever saw the damage that an errantly thrown disc could do.
You go spend twice as long in the woods searching for that disc.
Yeah, really, we're disc hunting is what we do. We do animal control by day and then disc hunting in our spare time.
Some golf, on the side. So, currently working on any projects? Any big projects recently? And any great stories to go along with it? Yeah.
Big project recently was a guy had a cabin in the woods, and I mean, this is truly...
Sounds like a horror movie.
Yes. A cabin in the woods, on a beautiful little lake, real serene, trees everywhere, and unfortunately, with the tapered slope of his yard underneath this house, animals had funneled into his home for decades. He said this house was built by his father. It was their cabin, their getaway. He had known animals in this house as long as he had known this house. So we went in there all the way around the entire house, dug down, and did some exclusion work. We blocked it out completely. Got a few dead critters. What did we get? A groundhog, 2 raccoons, and a possum out of there, I think. The raccoons were alive. The rest were not so much. But we excluded this house, and this summer was their first summer in all these years. And he's been married like 18 years. In all their years, their first summer that they've had silence at night. I mean, that's insane to me. It was a huge project for that, because even though we did some simple solution, now we've made a couple of friends that we've taken care of their house for them, that they invite us out to their cookouts now. They invite us to their bonfires now.
Coffee and sponge cake.
Just because all we did was just brought a sense of normal to them. Simple request, you'd think.
Yeah.
Big projects upcoming. We've got some stuff going on for one of the zoos in the state. We've got some stuff going on for actually Big Game Ranch. We've been working on an ongoing project there, doing some work with elk. I'm going out of state to do some work with some bears out in Maine. That should be a lot of fun and quite dangerous.
Okay.
Big jobs in the past, a 6-foot Nile River monitor lizard attacking a parochial school. I had a raccoon slip into the rubber flat roof cover of a church, and when the pastor asked me what he should do, I told him that we would come out and help, but if, in the meantime, he should make the raccoon a church member so that it would show up a lot less than he wanted to. Other than that, I mean, every day's a new adventure. You just got to watch it to see. You got to be here to see it.
Yeah. You can only talk about it so much before you really do just have to get out on the road.
You just got to get your butt in the back seat and watch it happen.
Oh, it's funny. Well, I think you just kind of covered this next question, but how often do you get an extreme request or something out of the ordinary? Well, maybe
every
not
job
how often, but
is out of the ordinary.
Right.
People call us because their situation is crazy. I mean, crazy. We had a lady on a lake house that had a possum die up above her head, right above the head in the kid's bedroom. And her house stunk like quite a few pounds of dead possum, as a matter of fact. And when we got there and explained to her that because of the way that her house was built, we would have to extract it through the wall, she didn't want to mess up some old pine board that was on the wall. Even though we were going to try and do it without any damage, she told us she would live with the smell. So sometimes those things happen. Sometimes you have people that say, well, I can deal with this for 6 weeks. I only come here once a year, so I'll get over it by next year. Sometimes you have that happen. And then sometimes you have people that call and say, well, a turtle died of old age in the middle of my yard and I just can't stand to see it there, so I need you to come and pick it up. And we do. We come and pick it up. And, obviously, sometimes there is a solemn occasion. There are times where you can't be funny. You can't have a hoot of a time. Somebody calls you and it's a serious situation. You've got to go out there and do it. But the silliness that we do every day, the silliness we bring to work every day, kind of helps diffuse that bomb of, how do you deal with this when somebody's seen utter chaos break loose that they cannot filter properly? We come out there and we do that. We take care of it. And how do we filter it? We laugh. We laugh the whole day. We have fun doing it.
We laugh to hide the tears.
We laugh to hide the tears. It's true.
So what are the challenges of this roadkill removal and Michigan Animal
The
Control?
challenges are, well, obviously the smell. There is no getting around that. There is no part of human physiology that says, yeah, that's cool. And so, you try, like I say, you try humor, you try to do whatever you can, you try, well, I'll get back to this and just have a glass of water when I'm done. But there's no way around the wrench part of it. It's all gross and hideous. We just do it. You just do it. You got to do it, so you do it.
So last question.
Yes.
What do you love about what you do here?
Getting people back to how they feel is normal. And I can't say getting people back to normal because someone else's normal is not my normal, trust me. And my normal, I'm sure, is not your normal out there as a viewer, trust me. But getting people back to where they're comfortable, that I love. That I love. Solving a problem that has been a nightmare for somebody. And, bringing them a sense of, well, this is my center, and all this whirlwind happened, now I'm back here. That's the best part. That's the best part. When I go to bed, exhausted at the end of the day, knowing I did it, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's what I do every day, and I go to bed with a smile on my face every day.
Well, thank you for your time.
See you guys.